Nick comeback win, another Spurs victory over the Thunder and the Timberwolves later, but right now it's the Mavs and Warriors from San Francisco. Golden State 9-4 at home. They have struggled though to win close games. That's a big reason why they're 500. Green misses the opening shot and Flag with the rebound. Mavs playing on Christmas Day for the 6th straight year. They lost a year ago to Minnesota, knocked away by Moody. 10 to shoot for Dallas.
Something tells me they're going to be on Christmas in the future, David.
A lot of star power for both these teams. You look at Steve Kerr, year 12, second longest tenured coach in the NBA. Of course, Jason Kidd on the other side. His 5th year as the head coach back in the Bay Area where he grew up. Davis with a shot clock at 2 off the side of the rim.
Got one of the best 75 players of all time and one of the top 15 coaches in NBA history.
Got the mismatch with post on Nembhard. Now to back him down, turns and gets it to roll home.
Good recognition. Again, if you're going to put Najee Marshall chasing Steph Curry, there's going to be a mismatch somewhere else.
Nembhard puts it on the deck. Now Davis drives and the floater off the mark, and 0 for 2 start for AD. And Green able to snatch that one. Ahead to Curry in transition. Moody on the spot up. And Flag another defensive rebound, but stripped by Butler. Out of bounds. It will be Golden State ball.
Little modern NBA already. Steph could have taken a layup. Instead, he kicks it out, looking for the 3.
First game of the season between these two teams. They played 4 times last year. 3 of the games were here at Chase Center. This will be the only trip for the Mavs and former Warrior Klay Thompson to San Francisco. We'll see Thompson soon coming off the bench. Draymond Green fouled. First free throws of the game coming up.
Dallas foul number 9, Ryan Nembhard. First personal, first team foul. Draymond Green shoots 2.
Draymond Green 62% on the year. Malik Andrews going to have a report on him. He also earlier today visited with Ernie Johnson and the crew. It was interesting when he was talking with those guys. There was a picture behind him, and it was a picture of 3 people, and all 3 people are in the building, although no longer teammates. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry. They're all still very close, and there's still great hope that Thompson will finish his career one day back here in San Francisco. We're being told he's not on the bench right now. He was out here for warm-ups. Drive and score by Cooper Flag, the first points for Dallas. He is so good with his left hand.
He loves the left hand. He's more comfortable there. Jason Kidd talked to us that he mentioned to him, hey, that's going to be the scouting report now.
Bad turnover, Curry, and an easy basket on the other end for Washington. Curry, long 2. And until last year, when he had 38 points and 8 threes, he had struggled on Christmas Day. In fact, his three-point shooting is the worst on December 25th. It's the worst day of his career. You look at the other days, he's been much better than that. For whatever reason, he has struggled for the most part on December 25.
He's a homebody, he's a family guy, but it's a little bit of a problem because the Warriors play virtually every Christmas.
And while the Mavs have hit 3 shots in a row, and they take a 2-point lead. Skip by Draymond Green to Butler, gets past Davis, and Davis got the block, but it ends up in the hands of Post for his second field goal.
Nice recovery by AD, but no box out behind him.
Nembhard on the pull-up, blocked by Moody. Curry return pass to Green. Finds Post on the spot up, and too strong on the 3. Green tracks down the offensive rebound. Post misses a second time. And great hustle by Moody.
Both ends of the floor, Moses Moody getting it done.
But a turnover. Moody ended up on the baseline. Three minutes in, game tied at 6 apiece. Post has 4 to lead Golden State. 3 different Mavericks with baskets. Washington, Flag, and Nembhard. Davis driving, spinning, fall away, no good. And controlled by Post. Draymond directing traffic. And on the cut, Curry got tripped up. Fouling the Mavericks.
Well, more importantly, the team has played so well with Ryan Nembhard at the control.
And he'll go to the bench with the 2 fouls, and checking in for the first time, I should say, is Brandon Williams. At some point, the expectation is that Kyrie Irving will be back at point guard for the Mavericks for his ACL early March. Kid told us before the game they should have an update on where his progress is sometime in January. Empty possession for the Mavs. They're 3 for 8. Golden State 2 for 9. Curry fouled on the 3, and he'll shoot 3. Marshall commits his first.
From a percentage standpoint on the line.
And 91% this year. Curry's averaging close to 29 points per game on the season, good for 9th in the league, and about 4 points per game more than last year.
Well, he started to talk, Dave, when he missed some games early, and then he missed the 5 games at the end of November. Hey, 37 years old, going to be 38. Maybe he's getting old. Well, the last 5 games, Steph's kind of answered those complaints.
Had a 48-point game during this recent stretch.
He went back-to-back. We saw the 2 games when they were in San Antonio beat the Spurs. Back-to-back in San Antonio, and he was magnificent 2 days apart.
Speaking of the Spurs, how about what they're doing right now? They're just 2 games back of Oklahoma City now. At one point 10 days ago, we were talking about the Thunder going to get the all-time record.
They're going to win 80 games. Yeah, it changed pretty quickly in 12 days.
Of course, the Warriors hold the record, 73. Curry 4-3, no good.
Dave, I'd like to say there's excellent defense being played, but there's just poor shooting.
Although that's a good shot. Davis with the easy dunk. Williams, good drive and dish. Curry 0 for 2. 3 points, all coming at the free throw line moments ago. Max Christie working defensively against Butler, who's doubled and finds Post. Post 3, no good. The Warriors 0 for 6 from behind the arc.
That's what Quentin Post is on the floor to do, to space it and to make those threes.
That was a pass by Christie, but couldn't connect with Davis. No 3-point attempts yet for the Mavs. No free throws either. Backdoor cut by Butler, and he can't finish, but he got shoved by Cooper Flag.
And Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry all were playing. And again, they get in the play-in. Number 7 seed, they knock out Houston, who people kind of forgot just how well Houston was playing last year. And then, of course, injuries, as they often are, a huge part of playoff losses.
Yeah, Curry hurt his hamstring in game 1. They won that game and then lost the next 4 to the Timberwolves, who ended up losing then to the Thunder and eventually won the championship. Davis in the paint, and a reach-in foul on Green. First foul on the Warriors.
Warriors foul number 23, Draymond Green.
Now we were talking about trades, the Butler deal, but obviously the biggest trade of last year was Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic swapping. And Davis played just 9 games in the regular season after the trade because of injuries. He did return for the play-in tournament, and he's already missed half of this season due to injury.
Yeah, it's still low. It would be scary to see this team with the healthy Gafford and Lively and Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, more so than anybody. They need AD. When AD plays, this is a good basketball team. You see the difference already early in the season. They won over when AD plays.
And 4-12 when he doesn't. Well, Kid told us before the game, when we're healthy and we're going to get there, we can just get into the play-in tournament. No 1 seed or 2 seed wants to see us in the first round of the playoffs. Payton, wraparound pass. Reverse layup is good by Moody.
GP2 with the beautiful pass. You need to say the same thing. Nobody's going to want any part of Golden State either if they're healthy and get into the playoffs.
Foul on Pajemski, second team.
Draymond has finished. Draymond has had 13 combined turnovers here, and Steve Kerr has challenged Draymond and Steph to combine for 5 turnovers total over the course of a game, PJ.
Yeah, that math doesn't exactly compute, Malik, and I can understand where Steve's coming from. He took the hit the other day, but this is not the first time these two gentlemen have been on opposite sides.
And PJ is somebody who never had any sort of issues with players. I'm just curious, the challenges of coaching a team that's dealing with recognizing its basketball mortality. Even Steve Kerr has acknowledged, hey, we're at the tail end of our run.
Without question, because the DNA of the great players that have long careers, they refuse to accept what people tell them they can't do. So it's never easy as a coach, no matter how respectful you are, you see it through a different perspective than the player sees it himself.
Free throw's good for Brandon Williams. The first foul shots of the game for Dallas. Foul was on Curry. Three-pointer no good for Moody, and the Warriors are 0 for 7 from 3 to start the game. They lead the league in made threes at about 16 per contest. Williams long two, good. And Dallas ties the game midway through the opening quarter.
Dallas conversely hardly shoots any threes at all. They're 27th in attempts. So you got a team that loves to shoot them and one that hardly shoots them ever.
Moody drains that one. It's the first 3 for either team. Dallas hasn't even taken one yet.
Thank you, Moses. Nice of him to listen in on our conversation.
Career year so far for Moody, 11 points and about 40% from 3. Williams leaning in, bumped by Pajemski. And when Brandon Williams comes into the game, he looks to attack. He's fearless. It's his 4th year. He's undrafted. Was with Portland to start his career, but Jason Kidd likes his aggressiveness.
Well, B. Will, as they call him, is a perfect off-the-bench player. When you sub, when you rest your other guys, you need some people who step up and are willing to take a shot. You don't have to ask B. Will that.
Pajemski commits the foul, his second, and the 4th on the Warriors here in the opening quarter. Take a look at our upcoming national TV schedule. Prime Video Friday. Philadelphia is at Chicago. The Clippers, who 5-time All-Star, here with the Warriors. In 3 games here at Chase Center last year, he was 16 of 30 from 3, so he still loves to shoot in this building.
Well, he loves the rims everywhere, but very good here and at Oracle.
With more on Clay, let's check in with Malika.
Well, Dave, did you happen to notice that, whoa, as we see a huge jump there from Trace Jackson Davis, did you happen to notice that Steph Curry, playing in his first Christmas Day as a shoe free agent, has a little homage to his former Splash brother on his feet? He is playing in Klay Thompson's KT11 Antas, so he is playing in his former Splash Brothers shoe, Dave.
Not surprised, right, Malika? They're still very close. They spent some time at Thompson's home on a road trip to Dallas last year, and there's still a lot of talk. Steph said it this week. Love to have Klay finish his career here in San Francisco.
I'm sure that 3 of them, including Draymond, of course, would love to see that happen. It's really been interesting kind of watching Steph as he plays in the different buildings. It was Devin Booker's shoe when he played in your hometown in Phoenix recently. And again, Malik used the correct term. He's a sneaker-free agent. That's going to be interesting to track going forward.
Trace Jackson Davis committed the foul, and Anthony Davis missing the free throw. And Davis missed them both. Rough start. 1 of 4 from the floor and 1 of 4 at the foul line.
AD shooting 74% this year, Dave. He's a 79% career free thrower. That doesn't compute.
Almost a turnover by Golden State. And then an offensive foul on Curry as Max Christie hits the deck, and that's 2 on Curry.
Stephen Curry, his second personal foul.
David, I was just going to say, there's not a lot of flow to this game, and now you got both teams in the bonus. Steph clears here.
Got him with the basketball.
Got him with the basketball.
Clearly contact. No baskets yet for Curry from the floor. All of his points coming at the foul line. Golden State by 3. 5-minute mark, opening quarter. Here's Thompson, his first attempt off target. D'Anthony Melton, nice pass. Jackson Davis, great recovery by Davis. That's 2 shots he's altered now, right at the rim. Pick and roll on the switch. Al Horford is back after missing the last 7 games, dealing with sciatica. And then the 3 from the corner is good from Max Christie to tie it up. First 3-pointer for Dallas today. Floater from Melton, no good. Melton gets the loose ball. Curry bumped and fouled. He'll shoot 2. Christie committing the personal, his first. And the Mavs and the Warriors are now both in the penalty.
Going back to Malik's goal of 5 turnovers, Steph's got a pair of assists. He's also got 2 turnovers, and Dallas has been able to convert both of them. The Mavs missed Max Christie when he was out. Just missed 2 games. Had been playing very well, missed 2 games. He's been a very reliable deep threat for them, and they're certainly happy to have him back on board.
Daniel Gafford checking in. Anthony Davis checking out of the game. We've got Steph Curry and Cooper Flagg both mic'd up in this game today.
How you doing? Good to see you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my boy.
Yes, C-Mart.
Yes, sir. Just 1, 2, 3.
What's up? Merry Christmas.
Hey, congratulations. I haven't got to
Thank
see
you very much. I know. It's nice to meet you.
Pajemski with the lob to Jackson Davis, and the Warriors up 4. Largest lead for either team here in the opening quarter.
Jackson Davis has been very active, cutting to the basket.
Christie with the bank shot. We heard Cooper Flagg a moment ago, mic'd up today. He talked recently about the joy of getting a chance to play on Christmas as Horford knocks down a 3-pointer. Cooper Flagg is the 2nd youngest player ever to play on Christmas, behind LeBron James, who back in 2003 was 18 years old when he scored 34 points against Orlando. As Gafford scores inside. Flagg so far here in the first quarter, 2 points and no assists. His team down 3. Blocked by Thompson on the Melton shot. It will stay with the Warriors.
You know, it was interesting. You saw Cooper Flagg. He walked by James Williams, the official. Young guys got to learn officials' names. It won't be long. Cooper will start recognizing, particularly someone like James Williams, who's a finals official in the NBA. Young guys do well to learn who the officials are, what their names are, and say hello.
Of course, you did that. You added some other words in there when you said hello to official.
Well, I renamed them different things. I didn't like always their given names, so I attached different names to them.
You have your own nickname. Now, Steve Kerr calls you Sunshine.
It's because I was always such a positive influence in San Antonio on him and Danny Ferry.
You're part of that great championship staffs. Christie, long 2, swishes through for Max Christie, who's off to a hot start. 3 for 3 from the floor.
May not have been one of the principals in the trade, but a very, very good addition for Dallas, Max Christie.
An equipment malfunction, the reason for the stoppage.
Is that why our rules expert, Steve Javie, when we were talking to him before the game, was so nice to you and a little bit cold to me?
Because of your history with Javie? Oh, I'm sure he's forgotten all about that.
Yeah, of course.
How about the Mavs bench? They got 15 points from their reserves so far here in the first quarter of their 24 total points, as Thompson ties up Melton. Going to be a jump ball with 1.7 on the shot clock. If the 0.8 of a second on the shot clock, there's a foul on Dallas after the jump ball, and Jimmy Butler will be at the free throw line.
They're at their iPads, have to make that decision.
Golden State is now 10 of 10 at the free throw line. Butler with 3 points so far in the game. He's averaging 20 per game on the season. 26 points per game his last 3 games.
Going back to your point, too, about the bench scoring, as Jimmy misses the second one, 24 points combined by both benches, so we've had a lot of bench scoring.
Max Christie leading the way with 7 points to lead all scorers. Thompson short. He is 0 for 2 from the floor. Podziemski around the Horford screen, keeps the dribble, weaves through traffic, gets it back out to Melton. Where's the offense going to come from with this group on the floor? They go to Horford on the low block, inside to Butler, blew the layup. Will Richard is on the floor as well, the rookie out of Florida who turned 23 years old on Christmas Eve. Washington can't bank it in, but Gafford is there with the follow flush.
Al Horford came over to help, and as often the case, his man got the rebound. When you're playing against the shot blocker, you should become a very, very active offensive rebounder.
Horford connects on a three. Playing just his 14th game with Golden State. After spending the last 4 years with the Celtics, helped them win a championship 2 years ago. Washington got deep, missed it inside. Horford boxed out Gafford. 5-point lead for the Warriors with a minute to go here in the opening quarter in San Francisco. Catch and shoot, Melton off the front rim. Richard offensive rebound. Melton again. Different result this time. Fourth three of the game for Golden State. Elton playing his 8th game of the season after missing almost all of last year with an ACL injury. Thompson with the bank shot, and he's on the board finally.
He was kind of paused in the air waiting for the help to come. It never came, so he decided to shoot it.
Horford gets a good look. Hits again.
This is the Al Horford that Golden State thought they had. He hasn't shown as much of it, and he's been out recently, but he's playing very well this afternoon.
Yes, Steve Kerr told us he's available. I'm not sure if he will play. Not sure if he's part of the rotation right now, but if he keeps doing that, he certainly will be.
He absolutely is in the rotation now.
About a 7-second difference in the game in shot clocks. Thompson missed the layup. That was a nice play by Gafford. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Three from Horford again. Golden State started 0 for 7 from 3. They finished the quarter making 6 of their last 7. There's
That's the end.
The most in a first quarter for them this season. How do you defend a little better without fouling?
Just got short hands. I had a silly one with Steph when he cut to the basket, just ran into him. So we just got to be smarter. That's what they do a good job, especially Jimmy. He gets to the line and it's keeping them in the game. Obviously, they're winning, so we gotta stop fouling.
Max, I appreciate the time. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
And Malika plus 5 points at the free throw line for Golden State, plus 15 on the 3-point line for the Warriors. With 2 to shoot, hoisting and missing is Marshall. Just the 3rd attempt from 3-point range for Dallas.
Not a good offensive possession for the Mavs to start the quarter.
Draymond Green looking for his first field goal. No good. It's amazing to think the Warriors had a 40-point first quarter, and neither Green nor Butler nor Curry had a basket.
Incredible. 21 bench points to 19 points for the starters for the Warriors.
Marshall starts the scoring here in the second quarter. His first basket of the game.
But Dallas, same thing. 19 bench points, 9 points for the starters. The bench game.
Al Horford's first miss. He was 4 of 4 from 3 in the first quarter, tying a season high for most threes in a game. On the backdoor, Curry and Green not on the same page. A turnover by Golden State, the 4th by the Warriors.
You don't say that very often, those two not on the same page. Kind of the cardinal rule is if you start to go backdoor, you continue. You can't leave it up to the passer to guess what you're doing. Once you start a backdoor cut, you have to follow through on it.
Year 14 for Draymond Green. Year 17 for Steph Curry. Nembhard off the bounce, got it to go. They have 2 guys on the floor right now that were undrafted. Marshall and Nembhard, they're both starters, and they got the last 2 buckets to force the timeout by Golden State.
Got to wonder whether Nembhard's absence had something to do with the 28 run. Rightfully assumed, well, he's going to continue. So even though they both raised their hand and said, my bad, that was Steph's mistake.
10 minutes played, 2 turnovers by Curry, 0 for 2 from the floor. He does have 5 points. Here's Green, blocked. Great play that time by P.J. Washington. Marshall with the step through, and it's 6 in a row for the Mavs.
Mavs love to run. The Warriors not normally so, and there's the defense fueling that transition offense.
Curry, best look yet, and still can't hit. No field goals for Curry, and none for the Warriors here in the quarter. After they had 12 in the opening frame, 6 of those were threes on the baseline. Nembhard, no good. Batted out to Curry. Looking to push, but Dallas gets back. Curry driving, lefty scoop, way off the mark. Curry 0 for 4. Marshall pulls up in the lane and scores. Najee Marshall averaging a career high 13 points per game.
Good recognition in transition. It was a 5-on-4. Steph never got back after getting knocked down.
And Curry tripped. That's the first foul on
just continues to improve as he gets more and more comfortable in the league.
PJ, there's been a lot of talk about him starting at point guard the first 7 games. Jason Kidd then moving into the forward spot. Do you think that held him back or held the team back in any way?
No, I don't think so. I think there's another turnover, by the way, a good defensive deflection.
Anthony Davis, not sure if what happened there. He just ran to the sideline, and he got shaken up because he ran to the sideline, and Marshall was wondering why he didn't catch that pass in transition.
Check on him. He gave them the thumbs up, but ultimately checked in with the trainer, said, do you want to go back to the locker room? He said, yes. I saw him walk back, gentlemen. I'm standing outside now. He had no limp. I'll keep you updated as we learn more here, Dave.
Thanks, Malika. He was injured in the first half of his Christmas game last year when he was a Laker against these Warriors, hurt his ankle. And then after the trade to Dallas, he had a down 7. Draymond Green with a 3-pointer on the other end. The first basket for Golden State's big 3. And a foul on Moody on the other end, and Flag can't pay it off with a basket inside. He is 1 for 3 from the floor, just 2 points in his Christmas debut.
Stars have been MIA so far for both teams.
Curry can't get it to fall. 0 for 5 for Curry and 0 for 3 from 3. Martin comes away with it all the way to the cup and banks it home. It's a 5-point game.
Nice job by Caleb Martin coming up with the loose ball and then deservingly gets the finish.
Post has the mismatch on the smaller Nembhard. Curry catch and shoot. Got it. First field goal of the day. It's 7:27 on the clock. Marshall having a terrific second quarter. All of his points coming in this frame. 8 of them. Moody driving. Wild shot. Looked like Moody created the contact. They're going to call a foul on Dallas, but it looked like Moody was the one.
Number 3 on Ryan Nembhard.
Golden State 10 of 11, now 11 of 12 at the free throw line. Time now for DraftKings Sportsbook Player Pulse.
Change by the Warriors in between free throws.
Jackson Davis, Melton, Pajemski, Butler in the game. Golden State by 8. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Still no sign of Anthony Davis on the Dallas bench. Flag inside, gets it to roll home for his second basket. Flag started the year at point guard, a position he did not play at Duke, and now back to the power forward position.
Yeah, I just think that Jason Kidd wanted to see him with the ball. He's so good with the ball, and the matchups, smaller people can't control him. When he puts it on the floor and goes to the basket, his ball stays with Dallas. I think that was a little bit of it, but point.
As Flag turns it over that time, trying to drive the paint. Pajemski loves Butler at the throwdown. First field goal for Jimmy Butler. It comes on the Warriors' 12th assist of the first half. Brandon Williams misfire on the scoop. Butler will put it up over Gafford and hit the three.
I didn't think we'd be midway through the second quarter saying Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler's first field goals of the game.
And back-to-back buckets now for Jimmy Buckets to push the lead to 11 again. Golden State led by 12 at the end of the quarter. Max Christie lost the handle. Shot clock down to 3. Marshall with 1 has to put it up. Leaning in, gets it to go. It's a 2. His foot was on the line.
He was trying to get fouled and ended up making the shot anyway.
All 10 of his points coming this quarter. He leads Dallas in scoring. Mavs come into this game a game out of the 10th spot. 7 through 10 are in the play-in tournament. Golden State right now would be in the play-in. They're currently 8th in the West. We are almost halfway through the regular season. Game 32 for Dallas. Game 31 for Golden State. Empty possession for the Mavs. Podziemski, another lob. This time to Moody. Tough angle, but Moody puts it in.
It was a tough angle. That was a heck of a catching shot by Moses Moody.
Flag attacking. Goes to that left. Normally that's good. He's money with that left hand off of penetration, but he misses there. Jackson Davis inside, and the Warriors up 13, their largest lead of the day. Rockets, former Maverick Luka Doncic listed as questionable to play as Brandon Williams gets to the rim. Doncic's last game with Dallas a year ago was on Christmas. He got hurt against Minnesota, never played for the Mavs again. Made his debut with the Lakers in February, led them to the postseason. Melton with the push shot. Just the 4th unassisted basket for Golden State in this first half. Gafford on the catch. Hits the floor. Lost his balance, and it's a 5-on-4 for Golden State. Flag steps in front. Got fouled by Melton after he got the deflection. No basket by Moody. First on Melton.
Happened right there.
4 points, 3 rebounds, no assists for Flag so far in his Christmas Day debut. Kicks it out to Williams. Now we'll try to help him with a screen and back away. Williams past his man, and the help comes from Jackson Davis, who got the block. Dallas still has just 1 3, 9 for Golden State. A big reason, obviously, while they're up 13 with 3.5 to go in the half.
That and the free throw line and offensive boards.
Way off Melton. Flag another rebound, his 4th. Flag averages 19 points per game. 2nd among rookies behind Han Knippel. And Flag got that one to fall. His 3rd bucket.
Buckets have all been inside. I'll tell you what, Steve Kerr is getting excellent production from the 5 spot. Trace Jackson Davis and Al Horford.
Alley-oop to Jackson Davis. Podziemski with his 4th assist. Flag hangs and finishes. He's starting to get it going now. Up to 8 points here in the first half.
He's living in the paint, and there's really not a true shot blocking presence out there. Cooper Flag, with his size and strength, is an excellent finisher.
3 30-point games this year. Had a 42-point night against Utah earlier this month. Most ever by an 18-year-old in NBA history. Delay of game warning on goal. Of the 63 Warrior points, almost half have come from the reserves. 29 bench points.
Steve Kerr's got to be loving what he's getting off the bench.
Cooper Flag with his 3rd basket in the last minute. He's in double figures now with 10. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes in the half.
So Flag and Marshall with 10 apiece to lead the way for Dallas. 12 for Horford off the bench to top Golden State. Second chance opportunity after the Melton miss. Moody, go!
He's not going to get an assist, but Brandon Podziemski made that possible by keeping it alive and tapping the ball back.
10 threes now for the Warriors. More second chance points. 14-2 favoring Golden State as Gafford sneaks inside to get the layup.
He snuck around Brandon. He's got to defend better than that.
Butler looking to drive on Flag. Gets past the rookie. Knifes through the lane. Out to Pajemski. It's good on a three. 69 first half points for Golden State. Melton commits the foul at midcourt. They did have one to give. Now we'll get Curry and Green back on the floor. His second. How about Pajemski? 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's really found his home off the bench this year for the Warriors. Struggled last year after an outstanding rookie season, but he's back. Flag looking to attack, can't create space. That was a good contest, but Flag flashes it through from 15 feet.
It's called a mismatch. That was well defended. Cooper Flag's just too big.
A game high, 12 points now, or team high, I should say, for Flag. The lob broken up by Christie. A turnover here in the final minute. Flag running the floor. Finds Thompson on the spot up. And he can't get the bounce. Green with the board.
Golden State dodged the bullet there. 2-for-1 opportunity.
What a pass by Curry. Green the extra dish. Moody's able to pass to Butler before he falls out of bounds. And Pajemski misfire on the triple try. About a second difference in the game in shot clocks. Dallas hurrying down court, and a foul that will send Marshall to the line for 2. NBA
Enough ESPN radio to be in Las Vegas, and the level of play when those two went against each other, OKC and San Antonio in the semifinals of the Emirates Cup. It was a May or June game. That's how well they defended and went at each other. And now Spurs have just built upon that.
We'll play again in early February. That game will be on ESPN. Marshall with the free throws. He's up to 12, joining Flag. 12 points for Moody and Horford atop Golden State.
Dallas has a foul to give if they want.
Here's Curry, just 1 for 6 from the floor in the half. He drives, goes to the left hand, gets the bank shot with 6 seconds to go. Steph in double figures with 10. With 3 seconds left, Marshall with 2 on the step back. Misses at the buzzer.
This road trip as well. And I asked Jason Kidd, okay, what is the game plan now? And he said, Cooper Flag, go baby, go.
And Flag had 12 first half points.
This trip continues. Saturday they're at Sac, Monday at Portland before they come home with Philadelphia. And the road has not been good for the Mavs, Dave. 3-9 away from Dallas.
Well, Flag responding to Jason Kidd needing him to step up here, and he's got 14 points now, a game high. 12 for Moody. Steph Curry has 3 field goals now. He's got 12. It's interesting. They were plus 16 with Steph on the bench in the first half and minus 3 with him on the floor.
Well, the bench really performed, particularly Pajemski and Al Horford.
Flag for 3. That is the one area he has struggled as a rookie. Just 27% shooting from behind the arc on the year.
You see glimpses, though. He's going to become a much more reliable three-point shooter. How about the fact we talked about him playing point in the beginning of the year? Now he's playing 5s. You call that versatility?
Meanwhile, that basket for Steph Curry, PJ, on the last possession as Curry gets to the rim again. He now is at 26,002 points for his career, the 22nd player in NBA history to reach that plateau.
He's one of those great players that you say the numbers, you don't think about it. You know, we talked about that in the open. 26,000 NBA points. Max Christie with the high percentage finish inside.
Curry's about 70 points away from passing Kevin Garnett to move into 21st on the all-time scoring list. Green for 3, spins out. Kept alive by Butler. Curry, in and out. He had made 4 in a row from the floor after an 0 for 5 start. Prior to that miss right there. Nembhard, great defensive play by Curry, knocking it away. It'll stay with Dallas though. For Golden State, that perhaps he thought he was fouled, and they can look at that to see if there was a foul proximate to the play, even though there you could see it clearly went out of bounds off of Curry.
And because it was Steph, Steve challenged it. Didn't even bother looking at the bench behind it. When the main guy says challenge, unfortunately as a coach, sometimes you have to go along with that.
Both teams out of challenges. Looked like Cooper Flag got a piece of that Flag with a block to go with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 14 points in his Christmas debut at 19 years old, 4 days. Christie inside. Looked like he maybe created contact with Curry. He was slow to get up. But coming back into your frame. Curry's missed 9 games this season. Had a quad injury earlier this month, but after that is averaging 31 points per game in December. Shot clock down to 3. Post. Missed the layup. That was a good pass by Green.
Very good pass.
Marshall fouled as he drove through the lane. Second team foul. And without Anthony Davis for the rest of the day, as Malika reported a little earlier. Groin injury suffered in the second quarter. Nembhard too strong. They are 1 for 7 from 3. Tough pass, but eventually Green got it to Butler, who scores inside.
Still going to give Gray half a turnover on the pass.
Lead is 15 for the Warriors, their largest of the day. Another miss from deep. That one from Marshall.
Dave, you know, it's another way. Obviously, they miss Kyrie enormously, but three-point shooting is another big factor. You talk about his ball handling, all the other things he does. Excellent three-point shooter.
About 10 months removed from the ACL injury, as Cooper Flag drains a 3, his 28th made triple this year. Jason Kidd told us before the game that expect sometime in January an update on Irving's progress, but he said he's feeling great physically and mentally.
One of only 3 #1 draft picks that Dallas has.
Which is wild. Only 4 times in NBA history a team's had that. Post 3 no good. Dallas ball. Marshall in transition into Draymond Green, and a blocking foul. Third on Green.
Sideways, that's why I call the block.
God, I'm telling you this.
And then by Flag moments ago, the Mavs within striking distance. Curry from deep, no good. He's 4 for 11, 1 for 6 from 3. Williams racing up the court. Good defense by the Warriors. They are a very good defensive team, 3rd in the league. Washington, who's had a quiet day, got deep and scores his second basket.
Washington Jr.
7-0 run. The Mavs back within 10. Curry working on Christie, drive and kick. Pajemski spot up short. Curry got the board and fouled on the putback try. What a smart play by Curry. Sensed the contact as soon as the ball hit his hands.
Barely had it and released it. Earned the trip to the free throw line.
Flag is second, the team's first of the quarter.
Second foul on Flag.
Offensive rebound for Golden State. I didn't think they were planning on Steph necessarily going to the boards, but again, they've done a good job. You talked to Steve Kerr before. Last year they were number 5 offensive rebounds in the NBA, and they've slipped all the way to 16th, but he reminded us lately they've been doing a better job getting on that offensive glass.
The two of you are having a good 5-minute conversation about crashing, not crashing.
Offensive boards, I'll tell you what, you watch the East, particularly the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks, they're making a living crashing the boards.
It's helped Golden State in this game, 16-2, outscoring Dallas in second chance points. Flag fires that one towards midcourt with a shot clock down to 3. Pull up Brandon Williams. Banks at home.
Are we giving Coupe an assist on that?
Just the 3rd 3-point basket, but Dallas gives up a layup on the other end to Gary Payton.
From Stephen Curry.
Williams over Draymond Green with the long 2. 5 quick points for Williams.
Doing what he does best, and as you referenced it, they're hanging around.
Curry against Klay Thompson. Good passing. Payton to Green, but it all started with Curry. 23 assists. Make that 24 on 30 made baskets. Flag downhill. Out to Christie. Midway point of the third quarter. Flagg with 17 points, a game high, goes to the left with the scoop and hit.
Could have been an and one too. He got pushed a little bit. You know, to finish your point, Dave, 11 assists on the first 11 three-pointers made by Golden State.
Curry in a congested area gets Podziemski the ball, and he turns it over. 8th giveaway by Golden State. Christie up the court. He can't hit with the left hand. Mavs have it down to single digits at 9, but they couldn't get it to 7. Curry working on his splash brother, got inside of him, and he goes to the left hand and banks it home. Many times Thompson saw Steph Curry driving right go to the left hand when they were playing those games.
Tell you what, Steph underneath, not so much today. We got the foul.
Luka Doncic expected. NBA Christmas Day presented by State Farm continues. Lakers, Houston, Minnesota, Denver. Both games available on the ESPN app. Doncic has been injured, but expected back tonight for LA.
Got a teaspoonful of the East early, and then the West took over after game 1.
And Malik Andrews just let us know that Luka Doncic is officially available for that game tonight. So welcome back, Luka Doncic. What do you make of the Lakers and what you've seen from them so far this year?
Well, the easy cop-out is how healthy, how much LeBron plays. I'm telling you what, I like Boston Celtic, Al Horford now playing for Golden State, but I'm not sure. I think they've done very, very well so far. To me, it's still early, and the supporting cast is really going to have to step up for LA.
Coming up in that game next, and Houston, a team many thought would be near the top of the West, but right now it looks like Oklahoma City and San Antonio. 4 minutes to go here. 11-point game. 3-pointer from Richard goes down for the rookie out of Florida. Just celebrated his 23rd birthday yesterday.
Was playing so well earlier in the year when he was in the rotation for Golden State.
39 bench points for Golden State. Meanwhile, Washington a basket on the other end. You mentioned Horford. He's got 14 points in 7 minutes off the bench in his first game in 3 weeks.
Steve Kerr's not going to be happy with this team's defense here in the third quarter. They're basically trading buckets, and that's not going to get it done.
Podziemski shaken up, got fouled by Thompson.
A little skewed still this early in the year.
Yeah, this is just the 14th home game for Golden State. First foul on Thompson. Podziemski at the line. And Cooper Flagg of the Mavericks is wired for sound today.
Every time.
I know. That's the right play.
Who you got, PJ? What up, bro? Chilling.
Help me.
I just don't want you to look bad on this.
I appreciate it. It's gone?
Let's go. You got it.
And PJ pointed this out earlier. Steph Curry, when he hits his birthday in March, will be twice Cooper Flagg's age. And we talk about LeBron James, who, by the way, will turn 41 years old in 5 days. But now Steph Curry's going to be 38 in March and still going. He was a second-team All-NBA player last year. And Cooper Flagg has been, I don't know if he's been the best rookie when you looked at offense, because third straight game and get a game above 500. They've been hovering around 500 really the entire year. Talking with Steve Kerr before the game, he said, I thought we'd be much better at this stage, but we've got to get the turnover situation under control. They've done a better job of that so far in this game, and that's a big reason why they're up.
That has been, both of these teams have played Dallas the most, but Golden State not far behind. An awful lot of close games, but they haven't been able to close them out. A little surprising with the star power on both these lineups.
Yeah, for example, the Warriors are 6 of 10 in clutch games. Those are games in the last 5 minutes where it's a 5-point game or less. But 8 turnovers today, 27 assists for the Warriors. Horford in and out on the 3. He made his first 4 from out there. 0 for 2 since from behind the arc. Marshall goes to his right hand, and he couldn't score. During 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Butler 10 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. Makes contact with Martin, and it's
More of a triple-double, and you don't notice the good passing.
9th turnover now by the Warriors. Shot clock inside of 10. Marshall got bumped off the spot. Thought there should have been a foul called. And here comes Richard up the court. He'll stop just at the three-point stripe. Nobody picked him up, so he turns and shoots, and it's not close. Out of bounds. Last touch by Melton.
Very
national title last year.
I sat here and watched him in the West Region last year in the NCAA. Played 2 really good games here, and then obviously 2 big games in San Antonio to help the Gators to their championship.
Williams with the scoop and score. He's got 17 off the bench, and it's a 7-point game just outside a minute left in the third quarter.
Steve Kerr not going to be happy with the defense of his Warriors this quarter.
And 2 turnovers in the last 3 possessions for Butler on offensive fouls. Marshall penetrates, blocked by Melton, who's an excellent defensive player. Here he is on the other end. Pajemski. Dallas lets him get to the cup, and he lays it home. 11.7 rebounds for Pajemski. Dallas turnover. Horford running the court. Hits Butler for the slam.
Poor end of the quarter by Dallas. They'd worked their way back in it, and 2 poor possessions on both ends.
How about Horford running the break? That's the 29th assist for the Warriors. Oh, what a move by Williams, switching hands and laying it home. Undrafted out of Arizona 4 years ago, started his career with Portland. Last 3 seasons he's been with Dallas and has 11 points this quarter.
Dallas would love a stop and a score right here to close the gap going into the 4th.
About a 6-second difference in the game and shot clocks. Pajemski drives out to Horford. Extra pass. Melton wide open. No good. And Caleb Martin wasn't looking. Gafford threw it right to Melton and count the basket plus a foul. A disaster.
Last year, how much the Anthony Melton not being able to play meant to the team, and they missed him early this year. He's really happy to have him back in the lineup.
For his ACL in mid-November last year, then was traded to Brooklyn just so they could get Dennis Schroeder. Didn't play.
Never there.
Missed the free throw. Rebound Thompson. Thompson mid-court. And the quarter comes to an end.
Identity need to be down the stretch.
Man, it got to be discipline. I think that's the biggest thing, not fouling and just, knowing personnel out here. So we're trying our best, and I think we're doing a great job at it right now.
AYP, know your personnel. I appreciate you, D'Anthony. Good luck. Guys, back to you.
All right, Malik, well, they just gave up a dunk after giving up 31 points in that third quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they just didn't get it done. Dallas, we talk about 50, 40, 90. Dallas was 55, 50, 100 in the third quarter. That kind of defense is not going to get it done.
Richard hit a 3 at the end of the third. Can't get one here to start the 4th, and a loose ball foul called on Quentin Post. That's his first, and the first 21 points for Flag. A turnover as Payton gets the interception. Moody fires, misses a 3. Flag, the second youngest player to start on Christmas. LeBron James, about 5 days short of his 19th birthday, at 34 points back in 2003 against Orlando. Flag has that one spin out. He is 10 for 15 from the floor. Dallas within 9. Curry 18 points, a team high, but just 1 of 6 from 3. Richards pass almost stolen. Green did a nice job to shield Flag from that ball. Payton's 3 no good. Flag with his 5th rebound.
Going to need more from Steph Curry this quarter if you're a Golden State fan.
Just 5 for 13 overall from the floor. 18 points for Curry, right about his Christmas Day average. Playing for the 12th time on Christmas. Nembhard double. Great defense, Green. They force a turnover. Payton in the open floor. Challenged by Flag. So he leaves it for Richard for 2.
Cooper Flag was the only guy hustling back. His teammates didn't help him.
And as Malika reported earlier, Anthony Davis not available for the rest of the game after injuring his groin late in the second quarter. Washington 30th assist for the Warriors today.
We talk about that Golden State defense. 4th in points allowed, 4th in three-point percentage defense, 4th in steals, not today, 6th in field goal percentage defense. It has not been evidence in the second half.
And they've held more opponents under 100 than anybody in the NBA, but Dallas is almost there right now. 3 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. We've got a kickball here.
That's a great stat.
Trade last year.
I think part of it is injuries. They played, as the entire league has had, they've played a lot of games without the key players. Steph's missed 9, Jimmy Butler 4, Draymond 6. But part of it also is the turnovers, as simple as that.
Swatted away by Flag.
But just to finish that point, the turnovers have really been a problem for Golden State.
Almost tapped in by
that
Payton.
should not happen in that situation.
Big possession here for Dallas. Flag takes it himself, and he can't get it, but a foul on Draymond Green on that second try. And that's 5 on Green. Misses the first. We look at our upcoming national TV schedule. Prime Video.
Difficult starting schedule, 17 road games. As Coop misses both of them. Golden State has the potential to very much be a force in this Western Conference the rest of the way. A healthy Golden State.
And Steve Kerr believes that they will get there. Here's a 3 from Podziemski that won't go. And Flag lost the ball. Jackson Davis in his 3rd season out of Indiana. Curry coming to get it after inbounding it. Shot clock down to 5. Curry driving, fakes the pass, scoop, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line. Now 8 of 8, 19 points for Steph Curry. He's the first Warrior to hit the 20-point mark, and they're back up double digits. This despite missing their last 10 3-pointers. They continue to have a lead of 11. P.J. Washington inside, in and out, one and done for Dallas again. On the switch, Washington has to deal with Curry, who gets past him. Podziemski wide open. 3 will not fall. 11 straight misses from behind the arc.
Yeah, 1 for 10 in the 3rd quarter from 3.
Wow, Payton blocked that one, got way up there. Flag tried to hit Marshall. It was deflected by Moody. Play comes on the floor each time. Just 1 basket for Thompson. Make it 2 as he hits the long 2. 9-point game again.
You would have to have a very short memory to not cheer for Klay Thompson in this building.
Well, last year when he played his first game here, they had all the captain hats for Thompson. Who won 4 championships here with the Warriors. Now in his 2nd season with the Mavs, 35 years old. Shot clock down to about a half a second. Ball pinballs, and Thompson then slaps at the Flag. Nearing 7 minutes to go. Flag attacking. Blocked by Jackson Davis. Goaltending.
Ball appeared to still be on the way up, although it's a little easier looking at slow motion sitting over here.
At a time
they're letting Dallas hang around.
And Curry remains on the bench, and the Warriors turn it over out of the timeout. That'll drive Steve Kerr nuts. Brandon Williams finish and a foul. The closest the Mavs have been this half. And
it's an obvious but very valid point. You turn the ball over against virtually any team in this league today, they're gonna pay on the other end, a live ball turnover. There's such an emphasis on getting down the floor quickly and taking that open 3. Turnovers are death.
But that's another missed free throw, the 6th of the game, and a 5-point deficit for Dallas nearing the midway point of the 4th quarter. And the shot clock down to 5. Butler driving. Podziemski in the corner with 2 to shoot. Gafford closing, and a foul is.
For the Warriors, Brendan Podziemski shoots 2.
Podziemski 2 for 2 at the line. The Warriors 18 of 20 as a team. Coming up on Monday Night Football on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Big one for the Rams. The Falcons are playing better. They won 2 in a row. LA trying to Seattle. Coverage begins 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and the data-driven alt-cast available on ESPN2.
Subtle but critical mistake right there. The closeout too far. points to pay by the Gafford mistake.
Thompson can't knock it down. Rebound, Pajemski. Dallas just 4 for 12 from three-point range. Butler drive and kick. Melton gets deep, goes to the right hand, and the putback is good from Jackson Davis. On the other end, Williams again able to get to the rim and draw the foul.
Too quick and too easy for Dallas. Sent from the three-point line. They were 11 for 27. They are now 12 for 45, shooting 27%. 1 for 18. That's not real good this half from 3.
Curry 0 for 4 from 3 this half. 1 for 8 for the game. But Golden State up 8.
And Steph back in the game.
22 points for Williams. Dallas has done a really good job in terms of identifying young talent that hasn't been drafted, because you got Brandon Williams, Najee Marshall, and Ryan Nembhard, all major factors this season and today. All undrafted players.
Yeah, let's put that in the positive column for Nico Harrison.
Harrison relieved of his duties as the Mavs GM recently. Matt Riccardi, Michael Finley are the co-GMs on an interim basis. Butler's three hit the side of the backboard. He had to put it up with a shot clock at 1.
Right on his back. That was a tough shot to have to take. Mismatch inside if they want to go there.
Christie knocked away for a moment by Moody. Good hands by Moody. That disrupts the flow. Christie from the foul line able to settle down and bury it.
Time for offensive execution down the stretch. That usually means number 3-0 is going to get the shot.
They got Marshall on him on the switch. Now Washington comes to help. Jackson Davis gets the pass, kicks it out with a shot clock at 7. Curry with 3, step back, puts it up, in and out. He's 1 for 9. Offensive rebound though for the Warriors. Now Melton blows by Thompson, missed the layup, but a blocking foul.
I also thought that Melton got his head and shoulder around him, the player, but Gary Payton on the floor because Steve Kerr knows Golden State needs some stops to secure this win.
Right, so you got 4 terrific defenders on the floor right now.
Yep.
Golden State. Williams able to hang and finish. 24 points for Brandon Williams.
Not sure Steve would agree with our assessment of the 4 terrific defenders right now.
Great timing on that comment. Curry weaving through traffic. Working around to Green. Curry coming back to get it. Instead, the backdoor feed and the slam by Payton. That was gorgeous basketball.
And Draymond Green, realizing that his shot wasn't there to this point, passed up on the shot and ends up with the big assist.
55 bench points for Golden State. Half their total coming from the reserves. Christie fires. Can't get a 3.
A really quality closeout by Draymond Green to pressure the shot.
Curry hits the step-up 3 off the bounce. His second triple. And a timeout by Jason Kidd with the lead back to 11.
And myself, he was bragging on Draymond, and as usual, Steve Kerr, 100% right.
First team all defense last year. Christie blew the layup. That was a good play out of the timeout, but bad execution. By the way, it's the 9th time Draymond Green has been named to one of the all-defensive teams. Only 5 players in NBA history have had 10 or more all-defensive selections. Curry on the scoop, wouldn't fall. And Dallas secures it. They got within 5 about 3 minutes ago. They're back within 9 off the flag dunk. His 25th point.
When a guard goes to the basket and doesn't finish, that leaves your backcourt exposed. Steph was unable to finish. That's pretty good company for a young guy.
Out of the timeout, the Warriors with excellent execution. They get the layup, Payton to Butler inside. Lead back to 11 inside, 3 minutes to go. Butler now 14 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds on 8 shot attempts. Does have 2 turnovers on the offensive fouls. Flag working on Melton, and boy, as he continues to get stronger, and it feels like he has over the
He does. There's no question. He's very strong. The defense was decent, but you combine that with his size, and he does have a shooter's touch. Very hard to defend.
He's got 27. Butler on the face-up. They'll double him. Shot clock at 3, and Butler fouled. They did have one.
Look out.
Great play by Butler to keep it alive, and then Melton gets that one to fall in the lane.
2 minutes left in the
33 assists for the Warriors in the game. Dallas going to have to start taking some threes, and they got to make them. They're just 4 for 13 for the game. Flag has that one sail over the backboard on the miss. They get Kyrie Irving back.
That would make a big difference. But again, we're seeing evidence of it. Talk about Kyrie, we talk about all the other guys. They're not going anywhere without Anthony Davis, David.
And he got hurt in the second quarter and did not return with a groin injury. Curry misses, but cleaned up inside by Payton, and that might do it with 90 seconds to go. Golden State seeking just its second 3-game win streak of the year. The other came in mid-November. They would get it if they can close this out. Washington with the follow jam.
Washington Jr.
A foul called on Dallas on. The college football playoff continues with first round games were on site. Now they go to neutral sites for the quarters, semis, and championship. Nearing 1 minute to go here in San Fran. Golden State up 13. Flag finds Washington for another dunk.
Lest you forget, he's a good passer also. In traffic, off the dribble.
Got 5 assists now to go with 6 rebounds and 27 points. Great balance for Golden State from its bench and starters. 61 points from the reserves, 62 by the starting 5. Shot clock down to 3. Melton for 3. That might be the dagger. As DeAnthony Melton looks to the skies, him to say, man, I've been trying to get that one to go. He was 0 for his last 15, and he finally got one.
He will. Well, you talked about the starting 5. How about the 2 5s? What Steve Kerr got tonight from Trace Jackson-Davis and Al Horford. Great production.
Al Horford hit 4 threes off the bench when the starters in that first quarter really couldn't do much. Butler has to put it up with time winding down on the shot clock. No good. So Dallas will drop to 12 and 20. And again, the concern is the future of Anthony Davis. Will he be available for the Mavs next game in a couple days at Sacramento? And meanwhile, the Warriors have a 3-game win streak now. They're back above 500 with a 126-116 win.
Dallas has won their last 5 home games.